have known. I've made mistakes, crashed and burned, so many chances, no time to learn.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Boat Show. And today is a little bit different. I don't know exactly what's going to go on because I had no plans for today. I was actually going to skip this week of recording because it's the 4th of July weekend. But I just sold that blue motor that might have been 2 weeks ago now. And so I went online trying to find something, and I found this, the generator. And the guy sent me some more pictures after I asked for them. And I figured it's a 13 horsepower motor. I couldn't figure out what it was. I think it's the actual name brand of the generator, which is kind of goofy. So I couldn't really find a lot about it. But I figured I'd go ahead, since I have a Honda, actually 13 horsepower motor just sitting on my shelf. I might have a picture of it. And so I figured I might be able to swap parts, something like that, get that engine running. Not bad for $30 is what I got it down to. He wanted $50, and I was like, well, all I want is the engine part. I don't want the generator. He's like, well, let's do it all one together, because I was asking, $25 for just the motor, because he wanted $50. And it's like, well, if you do the motor or you just want to do the whole thing, you didn't want to mess with it. And he's like, well, what would you do $35 for it? So I was like, all right, and he was texting back and forth. So I figured, I would wait a little bit, because usually if you wait like 10 minutes, you get a better deal in the middle of talking, or the middle of texting. At least that's what's gotten me, because I wanted to go down to $30. So I figured if I wait 10 minutes or something like that, then it'd be like, oh man, I really just want to get rid of it, 30. But before that, it was like, I think it was like 3 minutes of me waiting. He texts back, well, you know what, let's do half. Let's just do it right in the middle. $30, you can take it. I was like, okay, sweet. I didn't even have to text anything. So I got it for $30, which is not really a bad deal. It did run, and he said he was gonna strap it in the back of his truck, but he forgot to, and his wife took his truck. And he said that someone stopped her because she was dragging the generator behind the truck on top of it. I'll show more when I get home. And so that's what caused the damage, was it dragging behind his truck. And so that didn't put him in a good mood, so I really didn't want to work on it anyways. So that was an experience. Anywho, yeah, so I went there, got the generator and stuff like that, and he told me more about it. I'll tell you guys more about it once I get home. But guy was really cool, and we're just sitting there chit-chatting, and he's just wanting to clear space out of his garage, and that's why he, just wanted to sell it for $30 just to get it out of there. And he's like, well, do you want that frame, as you can see behind me, that holds the generator and stuff like that? I'm like, well,
in a half mile, turn right onto Michigan Avenue.
Scrapping. And he's like, oh, well, you scrap stuff? Well, I got this over here. I'm like, okay. And he shows me like this shop fan. He's like, here, you can have this and scrap this. I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. I mean, scrap. And then it's like, oh, you want a snowblower too? You can scrap that. It runs, but every once in a while,
turn right onto Michigan Avenue.
Something wrong with the pulley or something like that, because the blade doesn't turn. I was like, well, do you mind if I start it up? Started it up. The pulley, the snowblower pulley turned or whatever. The blades turned and everything. And I kind of looked at him. I was like, well,
continue on Michigan Avenue.
Kind of looked at him and was like, oh, it seems like it works. He's like, well, if you want it, you want it. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Like, it started up in 2 pulls, so I was like, duh, I'll take it, dude. I could sell this and basically buy your motor for nothing. It's crazy. It's crazy what people want to just throw away. So, but I will just get back with you whenever I get home and show y'all. Alright guys, this is my secret sliding door. touch it. Anti-lock. Not working. There it goes. This is the frame to the generator. That's where it fell. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh. Gas tank's still good though. Very nice. And here's the fan. It doesn't even look that bad. Like if it works, I might just clean it up and sell her. Here's the snowblower. Oh, oh, Jesus. Ow. Like it's not one of those big ones, you know, it's a smaller one, a little 2-stroke. This one has electric start supposedly on it. Oh yeah, you can plug it in. But I just haven't things started in like 2 pulls. Had to pull the spark plug to shut it off. That's how well it runs. Alright, then I'll show you the motor once I just put it on the stand. Alright, well, I plugged the fan in and none of the blades didn't move, but the motor was buzzing, so I think the fan blade might actually be seized on there. So, let's see if it can move by itself. That works. Oh, so it can't turn. Let's try it again. Well, doesn't turn, so that'd probably be a project for a later day, because I can hear the motor turning on, buzzing, but it's just not rotating. So I think it's definitely savable. I mean, it is a nice fan, and I would get like pennies for scrap on this thing, so I'd make more money if I got it going. Okay, let's put that away now. All right, so here's the generator. Well, that's cool. Got little circuit breakers. Tell you what, this thing's freaking heavy picking it up yourself. Ugh. But here's a piece of the coil, the pull start that came out. That's all that's left of the pull starter. This is the bracketry on the carburetor. Oh yeah, it looks like the choke lever. That's why that's broke. Wow, this got really messed up. I wonder what that is. It would go to the, what if it's some kind of governor or something. Huh, that's weird. And then that's the beautiful air box. What's left of it. And there's the shroud. Can you see where it scraped? Oh, there's some numbers here. Oh, can't read much of it. But I think first I'm gonna take this stupid alternator generator thing off of it, because this thing is heavy as heck. So let me grab this thing off. Well, this sucks. Got a bunch of Allen sockets. I don't have anything to put into my impact, so it's going to be quite slow. You get the gist of it. Okay, so I got the 4 bolts off here. And if anything, I got some really cool looking bolts, some Allen bolts. Pretty nice. So let's see. She'll want to come off or not. Well, that's not a good sign. Shouldn't be anything else holding it. Ow. Let go. I don't want you. Woo. Okay, how about you just don't fall on the ground though? Okay, I did not want to do that. Why in the hell would it come off like that? Well, that is a very weird way of it coming off. Now, how does it come off the shaft? Wow. Let me take a look at it for a bit. Well, I don't see anything like a keeper holding it back. And I wanted to keep this because this is good, but I just don't see a way to get it off. I don't know how this thing's held on. Oh, it's never anything easy. Never easy. Well, all I did was I broke this shroud piece that was sitting over there. And before I could not budge it, but as soon as I broke that, now it comes right off. I don't know what happened. Whoop! It's a long old screw though. That's crazy. That just looks insane. I'm happy, at least we got that out. So now I should be able to take this off. There we go. Get that bracket off there. Throw that in the junk pile. I'm just trying to get this out of here. Holy cow. Jesus. God damn. Holy cow. That thing is in there. Wow. Just broke the f***ing well. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. This is dedication. Well, I'm gonna keep on wrenching on it. Oh, I think the heat of the weld loosened it. Or, thank goodness. I have a feeling this motor is going to be one of those motors that I'm just fighting the whole way. This seems like that kind of attitude already. Oh, ow! Ah, I just burnt my freaking arm. That hurt. I already hate this motor, and I think it hates me back. But now I can see what I wanted to see. Alright, so what I want to see for the shaft I want to see if this is at least more than 3/4, because I can grind this down to 3/4 or get it machined. So hopefully we have enough meat to work with if I get it out of millimeters. Oh yeah. Sweet. It was like 0.85. So that way I can cut the taper off right here and then grind all this down to a 3/4 inch shaft. That way it's at least usable. So that's cool. Okay, so now we got the shaft cleared out, figured out. Now I gotta take all this off and see if my Honda motor right there, see if this actually fits on there, just so I can test the motor to make sure, you know, that it does have spark and that it does run. And then I'm gonna go ahead and actually buy parts for this and then put all my parts back on the Honda, because that Honda is my baby and I already got plans for it on a go-kart and stuff. But I just want to use it before I, you know, go out and spend money and buy parts and then turn out the motor doesn't run. So I'm gonna go ahead and strip this first and then strip the Honda. Hyundai. Alright, well, for the life of me, I cannot get that thing off. So I'm gonna do the old putting string in the spark plug hole and get it so the spark plug actually holds it in, or hold the crankshaft at least. Well, the governor arm got bent to crap too, so that's not gonna work as well as it should. Look at the spark plug. I think the spark plug got a little boo-boo too. So did the wire. A little boo-boo. Alright, so I got the spark plug out. Turn this over. Spark plug out of her. And then now usually you put like string or something down there, and then as the piston comes up, it'll be held on by that rope or string or whatever, and then that'll hold your piston from going any farther up. Alright, so I want to get to where it's all the way at the top, and then go down just a little bit. And all I have on hand is speaker wire, so I kind of have to use what I got, unfortunately. I don't know if it's going to bend, but we'll find out. Alright, not going any farther. Let's see if that's good enough. It might hold. Let's try it out. Oh yeah, that seems like she's holding fairly well. Wow. Like butter. You know, usually you want to use speaker wire, but like I said, that's all I had laying around. I've used weed whacker wire. That works pretty good because it doesn't squish down as much. Alright. Oh, this is garbage. I mean, that might be savable. I don't know. I'll see how much it costs first. If it's cheap enough, I'll just buy a new one. So that's what we got to work with. Let's see if the Hyundai will complement it or not. Okay. As you can tell, coil's not stock. I don't know what the heck this is off of. I don't know. Tell me what looks different right now. Well, this one's being just as much of a pain in the butt. So I do the same crap to this one, just to get that plastic crap off. So tedious. Well, now this motor's fighting me. I had to take the whole muffler off just to put the wire in. And if you guys don't know, this is the weekday of 4th of July, and I am sweating hoo-haws doing this for you guys. See it? Sweat.
It's wet. I don't know how much more I'm going to do this because I am sweating while I can't even wear my glasses, and they're prescription glasses, but it's just so hot. So hot. Okay. Trial 2. Trial 5. Okay. I'll get that frickin' thing loosened. Jesus criminy. Like I said, it looks very similar to the other one. Like, even has the triangle pieces, same exact flywheel. I'm really starting to think that's a Honda. Oh. See if she fits. Oh, that's a good news. That's a good news right there. Here's the real test. Will this fit on there like butter? Please fit. Please fit. Oh my god. Like it was made for it. Sweet. Oh, that is cool. That is sweet. Alright. I might have to use some washers or something for this. Yeah, this isn't the right pulley because you can actually see there's a gap right there. But I got that 13 horsepower Honda engine. I got that from the scrapyard off of a, I think a power washer actually. Well, that worked for like a second. I think it's too tight on there. Well, I'm gonna see if we at least have spark on this thing. Because you know how I am with spark. Usually, that's my biggest threat is spark. Alright, I'm gonna try not to move the motor so much. And see if you guys can see spark or not. Oh yeah, we got spark. Sweet! I'm probably gonna put this coil, keep this one on here. I'm just gonna get, need to get longer bolts for it. Because they're just too small. They need little spacers in them. Put some washers in there. And then, oh, that works too. Oh, I got tons of spark. Oh yeah, sweet. I think this motor's gonna be something good. Oh, another thing I forgot to show you. Let me get you closer. All right, so the carburetor's just sitting on there because he had it all torn apart whenever I got there. Because he said this metal piece goes over it, something like that. But you know, it got all bent to crap, and it broke this choke lever, and it also broke. One second. Also broke the shaft off too. So I'm gonna have to pick up another one of them. But I'm gonna check that other Honda and see if maybe they're exactly the same. Because this is, you know, this is a really weird shape. So let's see if the Honda has it. But yeah, it looks like the same old Hoodad. Houdowny. Hoodonkey. And I might just throw this carburetor on here because this already has the choke lever and the throttle and everything. So that way everything would work. And then when I buy a new carburetor, it'd actually be for an engine I want to keep because I'm planning on selling that one. So that's why I'm trying to go as cheap as I can with using parts off this one, you know. And then I just rip the crap. Look at that. Bam. Alright, so I got all the pieces off the other motor. All I'm gonna do is just slap them on this one. Shouldn't be too hard. So I guess without further ado, let's try it. I don't know why I'm putting a dirty carburetor on here. Probably should clean it. I'll probably have to take it off and clean it anyways, but you know how I am. Lazy. Well, that's cool. Carburetor's fixed. Alright, well, I'm going to try just starting it. or at least bump starting it, whatever you want to call it. It's not like it's important because I think it'll run, but I just want to test it, you know, one of those kind of ordeals. It's always nice when you hear an engine run after you pay $30 for it. Hey! Look at that. Got a running engine. Alright guys, I'm going to stop it here. I went from a generator with a messed up carburetor, well, shaft thread thing, whatever, messed up flywheel shroud, and no pull start and everything. Got everything bolted on, so at least I know that it runs. There's no, you know, cracks in the case or the piston's not messed up. So it does fire up. So I think I'm gonna call it a day. Cause like I said, it's really hot outside. I'm sweating. My eyes are bloodshot because I've had an hour and a half of sleep. That's a whole nother story. I worked 17 hours last night. And the guy was like, well, I can only meet you at like 8 a.m. Okay. So I got off work at like 6 a.m. Tried to lay down and get some sleep. Got about an hour and a half. And then I had to drive over there. And that is why my eyes are a little bloodshot. I'm going to bed. I'm going to go take a shower. Peace. I am starting to get fucking pissed.